Hello everyone, my name is Ajagbe Lateefat. I'm a pharmacist by profession and a distributor with NeoLife International. I've been a distributor with this wonderful organization for the past 6 years and it's been a wonderful ride. When I got started with this organization, I got to understand the powerful and interesting thing called food supplements. I've never really understood the effect of food supplements and how wonderful they could be until I joined this organization. Food supplements are alternative to foods that we take. They said the natural gift God has given man, the natural medicine God has given man is in the foods and the fruits we eat. And that's what the supplement has not been what the food supplement has been able to do. It's based about the ingredients, the main ingredients, the main nutrients in the food. They put it together and that's what is contained in each of all these supplements. One thing I used to make people understand is this: supplementation cannot be overemphasized. Everybody needs to be able to supplement their diet because you don't get enough of what you need just from eating a plate of ofada rice or just a finger of banana or anything. You don't get enough of what you need. At this period you need your immunity to be in top notch. You need it to boost, but it's not from taking just one single slice of watermelon that will bring your body back to life. You need it in a certain quantity, and your body cannot produce it on its own, and that's why you need the supplements. Because let's take for instance, you need your cells to rejuvenate, and what is contained in the whole grain, lipids and sterols are what you need for the cells to rejuvenate. But you can't get it from just a plate of ofada rice. You need to at least consume 8 plates. Please, for starters, even the resources to get 8 plates of, you may not be able to access it at the time you need it. And even when you're able to access, some people don't even like the smell of the main food. And sometimes you even need some of all these fruits and food that you need all these nutrients from, and they are not even accessible around you. And that's why the supplements are very, very necessary. You get the lipids and cells from whole grain foods, you get antioxidants from so many of all these fruits and vegetables. And some vegetables you have overcooked, even the ingredients as in what you need to function in your body, you've washed it off or you've overcooked it. And that is why food supplements it is something you need. They can't be overemphasized. We keep talking about it. Everybody needs to be able to supplement their diet for optimal wellness and health. You need it. And talking about it right now, one beauty that this organization has, NeoLife International, is all the products are certified, and the authenticity is there because each product as its basis is backed by science and based on nature. They are natural products, so you are rest assured that what I'm taking, it's this good for me in my body system. For starters, I used to tell people before you can preach something to somebody, you have to start using it. I used to have an elevated BP, and before I came into the organization, if I walk a distance, you see me, I will start panting. I even climb stairs and come down. But I had to study that which supplements will be useful for me. Going through all the different kinds of supplements, I found that I had to place myself on theanine and omega-3 salmon oil plus, and which I've been using ever since, and it's been effective. They call me takun because I keep working as if yes, I don't get tired easily, and this is what I use that always make me feel as if I don't get tired easily, because it helps to boost energy in my body system. Normally that as soon as I eat food, I feel constipated already. With theanine alone, most of the times, I can't remember the last time I felt, that feeling of constipation and all. I have to start with the effects on my own self. Right now, we have a new product called CoQ10. It's a new product, it's wonderful, of which I've started using it too, and I've started seeing the effects on my body because of my heart health. And that's one of the beauty, because before I start anything, I start with myself, because that's what makes me know that yes, this thing, then it is the function it has on my body. Then I'll be able to now talk to people about, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm able to connect with my clients more, because one thing is, when you are able to connect with people, you always they feel relaxed around you, and they tend to always believe more in what you're saying. And this our business is a business that has to do with referrals. You need referrals, and that's why when I don't treat my clients anyhow. I make sure they feel relaxed. They know the importance of why they are using what they are using. So even if I'm not available, they are able to, like, okay, this is what they need. They know why they've been using it. Nobody can tell them. Even when they go to meet their doctors, they'll be able to explain, this is why I'm using this omega-3 salmon oil plus, this is why I'm using this supplement. It gives them a better understanding, and they're able to, stay consistent with it. Aside myself, my mom is also one person that uses the product. She uses Pro Vitality. She's a principal. She goes very early in the morning. Before she used to complain, she can't sleep. Most of the night she's not sleeping well. She feels tired, lethargic, and all this. And since when she has been using Pro Vitality, she feels very alive. So that so many of our colleagues are my clients. They will come around. Oh, as for this, I need this, I need that. Now, there's a story. One of our colleagues too, this lady is also a principal. She gets Pro Vitality, and she also gets CalMag, that's chelated calcium and magnesium. She gets it fortified with vitamin D. She gets it from me. And the woman invited me over without telling me what I was coming. She just said she wanted me to come over to her house, and there's something she wants to discuss with me. So, I honored the invitation. I went over to her house, and, on getting to her house, that was when, she said she wanted me to meet someone, and she just wanted me to talk to the person. And lo and behold, was I going to meet her husband? Her husband has been down with stroke for the past 3 years. This was amusing because she never talked about it. When she just said that she just felt she wanted, the way I take my time with her, that she just wanted me to sit down with her husband, because he has given up on all different type of medications. That in fact he has believed that nothing can be done to him any longer. And I told her that, okay, well, it's not like as if I want to give her a miracle anything, because anything you want to start, it starts from the mind, and it has to do with the way you talk to the person. It changes a whole lot. I keep talking about the interaction you have with. It changes a whole lot about how things work for them. And I sat down with this man, and I told him, I asked him a few questions. We had a good time talking. I made him feel relaxed. I told him that I'm going to place him on some supplements, and I know they are going to work for him very much. He said, I know supplements, I know even drugs that he's using is they've not even worked. That supplements, he doesn't believe in all those supplements, all those things, that they will just be that all those lie, all those it's perception. Same way the way a whole lot of people have that wrong perception about it. And I was able to make him understand that no, supplements are what you need in the body. You're not even going to get it from the drugs. The drugs are going to just, they have a targeted place that the drugs are going to function with. And of course, your drugs will still have side effects after using it for a very long time. And I made him understand some certain things. And while the supplement is going to be very effective, the supplement helps to rejuvenate your cells. You need your cells back to life. You need your nerves, you need them to be activated back. You need a very strong immune system. You need a pump of antioxidants in your system. And I told him about the detoxification and so many things, that the effect of all this supplements and what they are going to do in his body. Then I decided to go ahead with the recommendation. I gave him the training, because training was going to help with the cellular rejuvenation. It was going to bring back life to that part of his system. It's going to, effects of blood flow in the general body system. Because I told him the cells in that side are as good as inactive, and they've been like that for a long time. And you need something that will go back in and pump them out, pump them back to action. Then I also told him that I also placed him on Phyto Defense. Phyto Defense contains cruciferous plus, carotenoid complex, and flavonoids, which are all gotten from fruits and vegetables. Now, one thing is they are high in antioxidants, and aside from it helping to boost immunity in the highest level, it also helps to activate the nerves, the neurons in the body. And I told him that he needs something that will stimulate and activate the neurons in the body from the brain, because his body needs to go back in action. Then I also recommended omega-3 salmon oil plus for his brain and heart health, and also recommended for him full motion because of his muscles were already slacking. He needed it back in action. Then also, I think those were the four that I recommended for him: Phyto Defense 3NN, omega-3 salmon oil plus, and full motion. And he got started with it. 2 weeks after, it was a Sunday morning, I remember, after he has been on this supplement. I remember them calling me and like, it was the wife that called me, and she was, panicky. Latifa, something has happened though. Daddy didn't sleep all over the night though, and he's been complaining about he's been feeling slight pain, he's been feeling sensation all over his body. And when she was talking to me, I was like, I was at the initial stage, I didn't get a whole lot of things she was saying, but when I calmed down, I'm like, oh, this one that has not even felt anything in his body, how did he know that he's feeling pain? Because you have to be feeling something for you to know that this is the pain sensation and all that, and what is going through. And I made her understand that it's the effect of the supplement that is going, that they shouldn't stop it, that everything is going to be in order. That's the reason why he's feeling the pain and all of that, because it has not, that part of his body has not been functional. Of course he's going to feel the way he's feeling. And I told him to continue using it. A month after, that's a month 3 days, it was also a Sunday. And the man called me and asked me to come around. He called me a few days before, and I went there a month 3 days after that I started using it. I remember so much because one of the things that makes me happy is the hope you're able to give people, and this is the hope you give people even with this supplementations. I tell people one thing: for you to use supplement is not only because you are not feeling well. Even when you are okay, Lagos itself is stressful. Our environment is stressful. There's so many things. You need something that will calm you down in the first place. And the fact that you use the supplements and you feel alive. In case of this man, he used the supplements and it was the hope, the joy. Someone that believed no other supplements were not going to work for him. It was already a testimony to himself. And I got to the place, said, my doctor, hold on, I'm coming out. And, he walked to me, even if his steps were not so put together. But for the fact that he was able to move himself, and, I was just so, it was so exciting. Everybody was excited that day. It was like a party all over again, because everybody was talking at once. They're like, Latifa, you said it, this, that. It wasn't like I gave him a miracle thing, but it was, the belief I had in what's in the product, and the fact that the products were what it says it was going to function for. The problem contains everything that the body needed, that the body was not getting, and that's why it was able to function in the man's body in that way. When it comes to supplementation, and NeoLife supplementation, NeoLife food supplements, it's something I don't joke with. And when I talk to people, the passion, the excitement, I talk to them like, are you the owner of the, are you the one? How are you sure? Have you been to? I don't need to be it. You need to use it first, and you'll be able to see how wonderful this supplements. I have friends, I have family members, a lot of people, because the first thing despite the fact that I'm a pharmacist, when you complain to me about anything, the first thing is I always want to take you back. Instead of me just prescribing you a drug, I would rather want you to go through an alternate route, something that you will use that you feel less side effects and you feel all over again. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.